Archangel Michael has an extremely urgent message about someone very close to you right now. This person is in immediate spiritual and emotional danger, and their life hangs in the balance at this very moment. You've been feeling unexplained anxiety lately, sudden worry about someone you love, or waking up with their name on your mind. These aren't random feelings. They're divine alerts that Archangel Michael has been sending you because a life-threatening crisis is unfolding. The person you're thinking of right now has received devastating information about you that has shattered their world completely. They believe everything they knew about you was a lie. The emotional pain became so overwhelming that they saw ending their life as the only escape from the unbearable truth they think they've discovered. Archangel Michael wants you to know that divine intervention is the only thing keeping this person alive right now. The blue light you may have glimpsed recently, the sudden urge to pray for someone, the feeling that you need to reach out to someone immediately, these are all signs that the spiritual realm is working desperately to save a life. This message reached you at the exact moment when your divine intervention can prevent an irreversible tragedy. Archangel Michael reveals that a third party has presented your person with a legal document, evidence or information that appears to expose a shocking truth about who you really are. This wasn't an accident. It was carefully planned by someone who wanted to destroy your relationship and cause maximum emotional damage. The way this information was presented made it seem like you've been living a complete lie, deceiving everyone about your true identity or past. Your person felt like their entire world collapsed in that moment. Everything they believed about you, every memory you shared, every promise you made, suddenly it all seemed fake. The betrayal felt so complete and devastating that they couldn't see any way to continue living with this knowledge. They felt stupid for trusting you, ashamed for not seeing the truth earlier, and heartbroken beyond repair. This isn't just about hurt feelings or relationship problems. The emotional shock was so severe that your person's will to live was completely destroyed. They began making final preparations, writing goodbye messages, or researching methods to end their suffering permanently. Time is running out because they're still processing this devastating information and making decisions about whether life is worth living anymore. The tragedy is that your person doesn't have the complete picture. What they've been shown is only part of the truth, presented in the most harmful way possible to cause maximum destruction. Archangel Michael wants you to recognize the warning signs that have been appearing in your person's behavior recently. You may have noticed them withdrawing from family activities or avoiding social connections they normally enjoyed. They've been asking unusual questions about your past, your family history, or specific events that happened years ago. These questions seemed random at the time, but now you understand they were trying to piece together information they'd received. Pay attention to phone calls or meetings they've been secretive about. You might have caught them quickly hiding papers, documents, or their phone screen when you walked into the room. Their sleep patterns have changed dramatically, either sleeping constantly to escape reality or staying awake all night, consumed by racing thoughts about what they've discovered. The most concerning signs are comments about feeling like their whole life has been a lie, statements about not being able to go on like this, or questions about what's the point of anything anymore. They've been avoiding eye contact with you, pulling away from physical closeness, or seeming emotionally numb and disconnected. If your person has suddenly become interested in their insurance policies, giving away meaningful possessions, or talking about how much easier things would be without them, these are critical warning signs that they're making plans to end their life. Trust your intuition if you sense something is terribly wrong. Archangel Michael is confirming that your concerns are justified. Now, Archangel Michael reveals what this legal document or evidence actually exposed about your identity. The information itself may be factually accurate, but the context and presentation were deliberately manipulated to cause maximum harm. Perhaps it revealed details about your past that you kept private for protective reasons, a previous marriage, financial difficulties, legal troubles, family secrets, or personal struggles that you weren't ready to share. The third party who orchestrated this revelation knew exactly how to present this information to make it seem like evidence of deliberate deception rather than personal privacy. They left out crucial context that would help your person understand why you kept this information private. They didn't explain the full circumstances, your motivations for privacy, or how this information doesn't change who you are as a person. Today, your person is missing the complete story, the reasons you kept this private, the growth you've experienced since then, the fear you had about how others would react, or the legal advice you received to maintain confidentiality. What seems like betrayal was actually protection, either protecting them from unnecessary worry, protecting yourself from judgment, or protecting your family from legal or financial complications. The people who revealed this information don't care about truth or justice. Their only goal was to destroy your relationship and isolate you from the person who loves you most. They chose the timing, method, and presentation specifically to cause the maximum emotional devastation. They wanted your person to feel betrayed, deceived, and hopeless, and their plan succeeded perfectly until now. Archangel Michael has been working tirelessly to protect your person from taking final action while you receive this urgent message. Divine intervention has been creating delays, interruptions, and second thoughts that have kept them alive until this moment when you can reach them. The sudden phone calls that distracted them, the unexpected visitors who showed up, the technical difficulties that prevented them from completing their plans, these were all divine interventions orchestrated by Archangel Michael. Right now, you must begin sending immediate spiritual protection to your person's location. Say this emergency prayer: Archangel Michael, I call upon your most powerful protection for person's name. Surround them with your blue light of hope and healing. Cut away all thoughts of self, harm with your sword of light. Send your angels to guard them until I can reach them. Thank you for keeping them safe. Visualize your person surrounded by bright blue protective light that forms an impenetrable barrier around them. See Archangel Michael standing beside them with his sword drawn, preventing any harmful actions while filling their mind with thoughts of hope and reasons to live. This visualization creates a real, spiritual bridge between your location and theirs. Place a glass of water in sunlight and say, Archangel Michael, charge this water with healing energy for a person's name. Drink this water while focusing on sending love and life force to your person. Light a blue candle and let it burn while you pray for their safety and clarity. You'll know this divine protection is working when you feel a sudden sense of peace about their safety. When you receive an unexpected message from them, or when you see blue feathers or repeated number sequences like 911 or 111, these are signs that Archangel Michael has successfully intervened and your person is receiving divine support. Archangel Michael provides specific guidance for approaching this life, saving conversation with your person. The most important thing is to acknowledge their pain before explaining your side of the situation. Begin by saying, I know you've received information about me that feels devastating. I can only imagine how betrayed and hurt you must feel, right? Now, your feelings are completely valid and I want to explain everything. Complete transparency is essential now. Holding back any details will only confirm their fears about your dishonesty. Explain not just what happened, but why you kept this information private. Share the full context they're missing, the circumstances. that led to your decisions, the advice you received from lawyers or counselors, the protection you were trying to provide, or the personal shame you felt about your past. Help them understand that privacy doesn't equal deception. Explain. I kept this private not because I wanted to deceive you, but because I was afraid of losing you. I was waiting for the right time when our relationship was strong enough to handle this information. I never intended for you to find out. This way, and I'm devastated that someone used this to hurt you. Address their specific fears directly. If they feel like your entire relationship was built on lies, show them concrete examples of your authentic love and commitment. Remind them of genuine moments you've shared, decisions you've made together, and ways you've prioritized their happiness. Say, everything real between us remains real. My past doesn't change how much I love you or how committed I am to our future together. This crisis, though painful, creates an opportunity for deeper intimacy than you've ever had. Complete honesty about your vulnerabilities, fears, and imperfections can actually strengthen your bond. Many couples report feeling closer after surviving a major revelation because they've seen each other at their most vulnerable and chosen love anyway. Archangel Michael reveals that you must now protect your relationship from future third-party interference. The people who orchestrated this devastating revelation will likely attempt other attacks when they realize their first attempt failed. Begin by identifying who had access to this private information and who would benefit from destroying your relationship. Create immediate spiritual boundaries around your relationship by visualizing a protective blue light surrounding both of you that repels negative influences while allowing genuine love and support to reach you. Perform this protection ritual together. Hold hands and say, Archangel Michael, protect our relationship from all who wish us harm. Surround our love with divine truth and unbreakable bonds. Practically, you must limit these people's access to personal information about your lives. Change passwords on accounts they might have accessed, secure important documents they might target, and be cautious about what personal information you share with mutual acquaintances who might relay it to your enemies. Build a support system of people who genuinely want your relationship to succeed. Identify friends and family members who have proven their loyalty and discuss this situation with them openly. Having witnesses to your authentic relationship makes it harder for future attacks to succeed. Create family protocols for handling shocking revelations in the future. Agree that if either of you receives disturbing information about the other, you'll discuss it together immediately rather than making assumptions. Promise to give each other the opportunity to provide full context before drawing conclusions. Most importantly, strengthen your spiritual connection as a couple. Pray together regularly. Practice the protection visualizations Archangel Michael has provided, and trust that divine guidance will help you recognize future attempts to manipulate or deceive either of you. Archangel Michael wants you to understand why the divine realm allowed this painful crisis to unfold in your lives. Sometimes the deepest spiritual growth requires the most challenging experiences. This devastating revelation was necessary to clear away the hidden fears and insecurities that were preventing your relationship from reaching its full potential. Your fear of sharing your complete truth was creating an invisible barrier between you and your person. Their idealized perception of you was preventing them from loving the real, imperfect, human version of yourself. This crisis forced both of you to confront the difference between image and authenticity, between conditional and unconditional love. The strength your relationship develops after surviving this test will be unshakable. You've now seen each other at your most vulnerable. You've been exposed and ashamed. They've been devastated and suicidal, yet you're choosing to rebuild together. This creates spiritual bonds that can survive any future challenges. Together, You're meant to help other couples who face similar crises of truth and trust. Your experience will become a source of hope for relationships threatened by devastating revelations. The mission you're meant to complete together requires this depth of understanding about forgiveness, redemption, and unconditional love. What seemed like an attack meant to destroy you has actually prepared you for your greatest work together in helping others heal. Archangel Michael stands beside you right now with his sword of protection drawn, ready to save your person's life through your immediate action. This divine message reached you at the exact moment when your intervention can prevent irreversible tragedy. Do not wait another hour. Your person's life depends on reaching them now, while divine protection is still holding them safe. Text or call them immediately after hearing this message. If they don't respond, go to their location personally. Begin the conversation exactly as Archangel Michael instructed, acknowledging their pain before explaining the full truth they're missing. Remember that your complete honesty and vulnerability now can save their life and transform your relationship forever. Continue the protection prayers and visualizations while you travel to them or wait for their response. The blue light you're sending is literally keeping them alive until you can provide the missing context that will restore their will to live. This divine timing cannot be ignored. Your person's guardian angels worked with Archangel Michael to bring you this message precisely when your love and truth can overpower the deception that nearly destroyed them. Show your gratitude for this life saving divine intervention by giving super thanks up to $20. This energy exchange strengthens the protective barrier around your relationship and ensures continued angelic guidance through your healing process.